You're always chasing some seconds. You're chasing seconds on the racetrack, try to be a little faster. This probably is a learning and eye-opening experience for you as well, because now this motorcycle, there's all kinds of criteria. Like, you were dealing with a motorcycle that was designed before, and you were given it, and your riders tried to improve it to meet their demands as the season wore on. This time, hey man, we don't have the motorcycle yet. We're going to build it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be eye-opening and sort of interesting and exciting and all that.
I've learned a lot in the last 18 months. I mean, it's a much different process when you're developing, designing, building a bike from the ground up. You know, at Husqvarna, yes, we relaunched it in North America, but, you know, there was a huge support program behind it, and it was, you know, 75%. You know.
Good base already.
75%. The other name.
Yeah. But this is, you know, and, you know.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I have got my hand slapped a couple of times just on, you know.
I can't believe it.
How do you design, like, from the ground up? You're designing something, you've obviously got input from Ricky.
Well, they know the wheels will be round.
Yeah, the wheels are round.
We tried the square, they didn't work.
Yeah, it's just too bumpy.
Good in Supercross, though.
Real
go
good.
right into whoops.
Decided to go with knobby tires.
One of the things that you know, this concept isn't a new concept for Triumph. This is actually 7 or 8 years ago is when it went from an idea to actually going on, you know, write it on a piece of paper, and then, you know, 4 years or so ago is when it really went into full swing. So I came in, you know, 2.5 years after the process had already started. There's been an enormous amount of changes in things, and that is the nice thing that, you know, working with Dudley and Dave and myself and the engineers, there's been a lot of suggestions and things that, because of the homologation rules and everything here in the U.S., that they've made some significant changes in the bike that, you know, has improved the bike on its performance and everything else because of the homologation process. You know, we have to basically take a stock bike and make it a race bike, and on some level, you know, that stock OEM bike has to be close enough that we can get it to where we need it.
Right.
And
it's got to be a decent motorcycle before the race team can win.
Well, and that's kind of where I was going earlier. The question was, how do you? And we talked about this. How do you, like, if you from the ground up, it would be easy to design a bike that Ricky or Evan or a factory rider could ride, but then how do you design one that they can ride, but then a jackass like us could ride? Well, at the same time.
Fortunately for me, they have phenomenal engineers, and they had done a lot of the hard work before I actually got involved. I tell everybody, I mean, the nice thing about, you know, the frame design where it's a single back versus, you know, a perimeter design frame for the Japanese brands or the steel frame thing, the one thing that everyone that's been on the bike and tested it, it's all 9 out of 10 times it's the same comment when they're finished riding. I can't believe how well it handles, and you know, the way the power transfers to the ground, you know, and the trail.
And this is coming from a rider from varying skill levels, like
various
like
skill levels. I mean, yes, Ricky's been very involved. Yes, we have. I mean,
y'all haven't called Kevin, you know, and I thought for sure he'd be on the sort of the short list.
You know, if they really want a vet's perspective of it, you know, they put me on it. But you know.
So you do ride the bike sometimes, and
as I tell everybody, because used to ride with the guys and everything, I said, but before anyone on the team will see me on the bike on the jet, I will spend a month or two
getting ready
after everybody's gone
before you ride. Yes, we know
because it's always
that.
the same thing. It's when we do a team ride or anything, everybody's trying to park my ass in the corner.
Exactly.
Okay?
You shouldn't have got on over their
like,
tail last week.
Here we go, son.
No.